Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day. It's April 1st. April Fools. I was gonna do something funny, but just don't care. Hopefully you had a good day in the market. It's Thursday. No, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow's Thursday. Then market's closed on Good Friday. We're gonna view 0-day options and the small account challenge here on SPY that I took. Another gap up. So news of war ending potentially yesterday. Broke 5-day. Just bought up the rest of the day in that green, gapped, made it all the way up to this green, broke out of it, and then rejected, which we'll get into. This is Eric's chart. He's SPY day trading on YouTube. You can find his Discord in the description. Let's see. Purple was the first buying up I identified. I was trying to find the bullish controlled selling. Didn't really see it in here. Had a couple guesses, but wasn't confident in it. And then it completed the cup. And so then I was looking for bearish controlled buying, which I thought I had here and here, which I think ended up being this white one. Anyways, I definitely grabbed it by there. So I'm looking for a handle for move down further. We have a gap down here. Was a gap up. First trade. Cancel it at 947 as a put. I end up getting it 948. Okay, yeah, for this little move right here. Inverse cup and that handle, little rejection on VWAP. I think I had this gray or something similar. Yeah. So small retrace, but early candles. That's sometimes happens. So it broke it here. I got in on this candle. Yeah, I got in on this candle, closed it out. Actually on this candle, because I quickly charted, did a little more charting and saw potential for taper down here. I don't know how I saw it. I think I just kind of assumed it was there. I don't know. I maybe deleted it since then too. So anyways, got out of it right here. 133 to 128. Little red trade there. Next one was at 10:03. I bought a call for $1.43. 10:03, bought another one for $1.33. All in the same minute. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of hard because I did change these around. I think this was breaking what I had at that point. Yeah, I didn't have this gray yet. I didn't. I had this tapering, like something like this green. It was probably more this red. Could have been that red. So that was breaking. I think where I even had. I think I just completely deleted it. Yeah, I moved one. I think the green I had steeper. So yeah, that's too bad. 10:03. I was out of it at 10:04. So 143, 133, and then I sold it for 123. Out of it pretty quick, right here. I think it broke back in, and I hadn't identified this liquidity being built here severely. 10:35. I buy a put. Sell it at 10:38. This is for this break right here on this white. So still thinking this could be a handle. The structure's not great. Okay, no, well this one did work. So I got it right here for the break of the gray. We hadn't completed the cup to the upside. We did to the downside. This could very well be the handle. Broke the gray. This green wasn't here, of course. I'm looking for low of day or potentially, I think this gray was maybe in here from here. So yeah, I remember this one actually. This one, today was more of a typical day where we don't have continuation. It's just a wedge. The wedge was pretty large, although in recent trading days. Today's range was kind of tight, but lack of continuation, you gotta just take profits and forget about it. And today I let this trade go red. This was up nice. It was up like 20-30%, I think, on this red candle. I wasn't quick on taking profits. I think I was waiting for it to break out of this gold, or I was waiting for low of day, or even this gray, which didn't do any of those, and then just rallied up. That wasn't time to even put a break even stop on it. By the time I put it on there, it would have been past break even, so unfortunate on that one. Close that one. 1035, 97 cents. Close it for 84 at 1038. Yeah, on this candle. So it was too bad because this did work out even though it didn't have any continuation. And it was up pretty nice. There was just one quick candle though. Yeah, it was a pretty tight range. Range today was pretty tight actually. Which brought the IV down some. Still elevated though quite a bit. That one sucked. That was annoying. I don't like to let pretty good green trades go red. The market's kind of conditioned me, I think, the last few days to want to hold for continuation, maybe. Yeah. Next was at 1040. I got a call. Okay, this one was actually crazy. So this candle was wild. Tons of volume. Ripped. Completed the cup. And by this point, I think I had green and gray. I think I had most of these. They maybe were a little different angle. But I completed the cup. I had purple. And it came down and it kind of started to show some support on purple. I'm like, I'm going to jump in. Using purple for my risk. For managing my risk and thinking this could just be a quick little handle here and keep rallying up in this purple. That was a lot of volume and I liked how tight my risk was. So actually I got in like right here. This was kind of an interesting trade. I wouldn't usually get this, but yeah, I thought it worked. Didn't complete the inverse cup. Completed that cup then. Well, it did complete this one, but failed right here and started wedging and then broke that wedge even though it was very quick. Yeah, I guess the purple gave me some confidence. I was like, well, I'll send it on that. So that was 79 cents. Sold it for 95. So in other days, if the chart looked like this, that'd be a bigger move, but the range was a little tighter today. So this actually went a lot more. I think there was some IV crushing today because the IV's been so elevated the last few days, and then today we kind of stalled out a bit because it sucks seeing the contract prices like half just from one candle to the other based on the direction. And that's why I'm like quick on profits. Like if it's in my favor, just take a quick one. But it's been hard because these last few days that's just continued and continued. So got out of this one at 1044 on this candle right here as it broke that purple. So these candles, I think this thing was like $112. I sold it for 95. So little scalp. Happy about it. Yeah, I closed out because it broke the purple. I didn't care to hold it for any liquidity building, which it did, and it came up and made a little more of a handle here. Technically, I could have gotten back in on the break of green. I don't think I did that though. Nope. Next one was at. Well, I tried to get one 1122 for 86 cents. Was a put. Oh yeah, I remember this. So it comes up and starts to buy up in this tapering gray, which is bearish controlled buying. Excuse me, I'm looking for a retracement, Azami at that point. And I use the bottom of this gray to trigger my entry. Or, of course, if there is resistance, I can trigger it on, that'd be good too. It did end up showing up here in this little wedge before it broke. Let's see, 1122, I tried to get in. It didn't fill me. Or no, I tried to get in back here. It didn't fill me. I canceled on this candle. I'm like, well, I should wait for it to break gray at least. Or I could have gotten in up here, but it's just a little wedge. I might as well wait. Because it always could break to the upside too. And then I should be getting calls on the breakout. Let's see. Yeah, 11.22 canceled. Bought put for 90 cents at 11.25. Yeah, I got it on this candle and then it wicked out of there. I'm like, oh shoot. Came up, really wanted me to close it. I'm like, I'm gonna hold it because I trusted the charting at this point, so I let green be my resistance. I think. Or did I close this one? Oh, I think I did, yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, so 11.27 I bought it. Right? Is that one? No. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, 11.25. 11.25 I bought. Okay, this one actually did stop me out. Yes, that annoying wick. Okay. I thought I did that, but I didn't. I actually closed it there. I wanted to hold it, but I'm like, this is dumb. 90 cents to 83 cents. Closed on 26. Open it back up for 93 cents on 27 on this candle. Yeah. So, not so much a whipsaw, but just, yeah, stopped and then got back in. And then I put a limit to close it for $1.11 from 93 cents at 11:30. Wait. Oh no, I canceled 11:36. I put it in here. This thing hit $1, I don't know, a little over $1.11. It hit here. I'm like, I should probably get out. You never know with wedge trades how far they're gonna go. I really wanted it to come like down to this, retest this green or find support on this gray. It actually bounced like perfectly on the wick of the high of day there and there. And it came here and I put a limit order and it went, I was like, oh my goodness, should I just mark it and close? Because this thing was probably red right there, and then it started to chill and I thought, it's a wedge, it'll probably just kind of melt its way down for a bit. But nope, little structure up here and then kept going. Oh, that kind of sucked. Yep, another nice green trade that went red. Oh, yeah, happened twice today. So I bought that for 93 cents. And then it came up here and I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'll just, it's at resistance now, so I'm not going to close it in case it finds resistance here and it comes back down. Didn't, broke through. I closed it here on that one. Ugh. Yeah, wedges, you gotta be quick on your profits. If I market ordered that, I would have gotten a perfect fill. I put a limit at the ask, which is fine. Yeah, and then when it started to go against me, I kind of held on to my same stop, which, yeah, I think it was fine. I don't know. Of course, in hindsight, it's like I should at least just closed here, but that's hard to know. I mean, oftentimes it'll retrace a little further than that. And the fact that it was such a small retrace is, I think, why we had a small move up. Typically, that's the way it goes. But it was stupid. It was stupid. Green trade red. 11.25, 11.26. 11.27. Okay, that's that one. And then at 11.36, I closed the put. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Yeah. Bought the 27. Bought the put there. Didn't close it there. Came up here. Went to close it. And I did. And then I clicked the same box, the same contract, because I was going to flip into calls because it broke my green. With the upside potentially being this gray. Of course, we have like 20-day and stuff up here. There's lots of higher upsides, but just for this move initially. And so on 11.36, I open 2 at market and it rallies up. I'm like, all right, cool. And I look at it and I opened up 2 puts. Like, no, it's just rushing too fast. Should have just been patient. It's a tight little range. You don't know though, it could break out of this, just like it did here, but it had a nice retrace. So that aggravated me. I wasn't like tilted, but I was like, I gotta take a break. So I did. I took a little break there. Just got away from the screen. Yeah, having an error like that's no fun. So yeah, opened up a couple puts there, closed them out on the same candle. So 78, 78 was open, 76 and 70 were the closes. It was on the 36 and 37 candle. So actually even that one also. and stepped away. So I didn't have clarity at that point to try and get in here. And it was still a pretty tight range, of course, with the gray being up there. Yeah. So I did miss this one, I think. Did I not? Yeah, I missed that one, which is good. It came up, it rallied, it broke the gray and started buying this steeper purple I have here. And so I actually got in right there, I think. The 56. I got in here at the beginning of this candle. 1156. And then bought another one at 1203. It was a limit order. So it came up. I could have sold it once it broke that. It was just such small moves. I was like, you know, I'll just hold and this will be my stop. And it came down. I was like, I had an order to open more on a retest. And just then still using this as my stop. So it actually filled that limit at 1203. Yeah, 1203 on that one. I was a little skeptical because I'm like, well, it's just pretty soon to already be retesting. I don't know. It just didn't inspire much confidence. The volume was good here on the break. The retest was fine. It wasn't like a fast retest though that makes you think it's going to keep rallying. It was kind of building liquidity above it, which wasn't too nice looking. Anyways, got a good fill there. Let's see, what were these? 1203. Yeah, so I bought them for $1.09 and then $1.02. Sold the first one actually right here at 1206. I got a nice fill on that one for $1.10. So it's super tight range. The reason I sold it here is this gold wasn't there at that point, but I started thinking we might be tapering. I think that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it was high day again. I don't know. I just want to reduce some risk. I maybe actually just put this gold in here, this bronze. I think I did. I think I quickly threw this in here, thinking we might be tapering at this range. I've seen this before where it breaks out and then it'll start to taper and buy up in a weaker channel. I maybe quickly threw that in. I can't remember. But for whatever reason, I had a hunch we were going to start tapering. And this, you know, I wanted to get out. So I did. I got out on that one, which was nice. Next one I sold at 1211. So didn't get rid of both of them on that candle. Sold the next one right here once it broke back in on that gray. And I did have that bronze. I think I did. Or no, you know what? I didn't have the bronze. I did put this green in there though. That's why I closed it. Because it bounced on gray and I'm like, it could still build liquidity with this green and be in this little wedge here even. And so I was like, I'm just going to get out of one of these up here. That's what it was. The bronze wasn't there yet. Yeah. So yeah, technically could have just rallied, but I did see this little wedge here and I didn't want to hold through another retest. Right, yeah. 1211 sold one. 1243. So sat through this. Retest of the gray. Nice little inverse head. Comes up. It's midday. This hit my alert. I came in. I actually got a call right here. 1243, breaking the green. I didn't have this light blue at that point, which I don't know if that was actually legitimate or not. I'm just gonna put that in there. Yeah, so picked up a call right here. It just grinded, which was fine. I wasn't looking at my P&L or anything, so it's no problem. Just one contract, I think. Yeah. Or no, I got another one, 1243. Got two for 95 cents. Two right there. Sure, I could have held longer. Midday, you can usually get a better entry because it's a long time. And potentially it was, yeah. So my stop for this one was green, but then I saw that I could use this gray for support. As you see, it's kind of buying up in gray. So then I held it for gray. It definitely tricked me out a couple times. I was like, ooh. And did I get out of one at some point there? No, I didn't. Okay, so yeah, held. Nice big green candle. I liked it. And then I wasn't sure where I wanted to close it. I think I was wanting up here, I think, because I didn't see this tapering yet. But I saw red candle close, and so I got out right here on one of them. was like, I'll just close out one, take a little profit. And even just this move, like, it's pretty small. I mean, my entry wasn't the best, I guess, but because this just killed theta right here. 95 cents, 95 cents. First sell was $1.04, so yeah, pretty tight little trade there. And it's because of where I closed it. Like, it was so much higher on that candle. Another probably 20 cents. So really got to sell into strength. I say that like every day. I feel like I usually do that, but lately I've just been holding for breaking of channels, which is always the opposite direction. Especially when I have two. There's no reason. Yeah, I'm just trying to hit profit targets, I guess. A little too much with that. Yeah. Second one. Let's see. Bye-bye. Second one I sold. Wait a minute. Okay, 107. Yeah, sold it for $1.04. Sold the next one for $1.11. So a little better fill. Held through all of this. Oh, on this candle. And I think at this point, yeah, I saw it doing this and then coming up, and I quickly charted. I'm like, let me just see here real quick what's going on. So it just says these resistances, because I thought we might be tapering. The fact that it broke out above the gray and then back in it, and then we were finding resistance on it before this one, I'm like, this could be tapering. That's what looked kind of familiar to me. So that's why I was able to get this awesome exit right here. It was a market order right on that candle, right on that wick. So still, I mean, scrap, just trading for scraps here on these little moves. And I was like almost out of buying power. This huge move down. I was trying to get this kind of move down back here. It was just too early in the day, just to do a tiny little retrace. And by this point in the day, on the 30-minute, yeah, look at that 30 minutes. So this is what, 1:30? Yeah. We'd already broken out of this green. I was pretty bullish. Yeah. I was thinking we broke the green. I thought we were going to 20-day. So I don't know if it's just a false break or within the margin of error, but that's a pretty serious break, and candles closing above it. And so I don't know, but I'm not gonna say 30-minute messed me up on that, but it maybe gave me a little bit of bias, which I shouldn't have had. Because this late in the day, like at this time of day, I was low on buying power, and I wasn't thinking like, oh, I need to get there's gonna be a good retrace here. It's smart to think that though, because you see tapering, so you should get some kind of retrace. I just was kind of expecting it to hang out up here still, because that green on the 30-minute, that it would bounce and go. But to just chart it and put alerts and just make a plan, like, hey, I'll get puts if it does this, or calls if it does this. And at this point, then I'm seeing him tapering. It's hard to know. Like, I could say it's white to get him on white, but since we are tapering, it's, yeah, I guess I could get it even on the break of white and not have to wait for gold. I really wasn't too sure, because like gold here, where's he gonna find support? That's always the question. But like this retrace was huge. This wedge, this Sami, as opposed to this one. But anyways, yeah, so I kind of took a little break there. I was pretty much out of buying power, I think. Let's see, yeah, 120, yeah. I had like one trade left, basically. So it looks nice here, though, of course, on hindsight. Did it twice. Broke the white there, the gray there, retraced. Could have gotten it on the retrace with green being your stop. And then broke this larger gray right here with a little retrace. This one, you'd have to chart something else for a stop. I don't know. I don't know if there was something going on right here. Not really, but yeah. So that's another thing. It'd be hard for me to manage my risk. Like this light blue kind of came in for resistance breaking through, support, break in, then resistance. So maybe you could have managed it with that. You also have it down here showing up a little bit. Curious if Eric actually had that one. I don't know if he was charting today or not. What does he have? Looks like he just charted in the morning. Oh, but he maybe did have that. Here's Eric's 1 minute chart. Yeah, that's maybe that same one. It's crazy how quick he identifies these. Mine's a little less aggressive, I think. Yeah, because his is right there to there. That looks more like my green. Yeah, than this blue. Anyways, yeah, could have had an entry there. I kind of watched this thing go down. I'm like, I didn't know where to enter at all. Every time I was like, since it's a wedge, it's kind of just a sketchy trade if you're not already in it and have clear defined risks. So I saw it bounce here on VWAP, and this was the last white. It broke it and kind of danced around it for a little bit. At that point, I did have gold, so I had potential for a move down to here. I put gold in there. Now, if it made a nice structure here, I would have totally taken it. Because I saw it here and I saw it break here. I'm like, it's like, I'm not going to take it. Just because it didn't make a nice structure. It was a nice shoulder if it had just a little bit of a bounce to make a head. And then it came back down. I totally would have been down to take a put here on the break of gold. I think the fact that it was just in the wedge still, I was like, I don't need to. It's not a continuation at all. So, but this trade did end up working out nicely. If I had charted this sooner, maybe too, because I was like trying to figure out, okay, I need to chart something a little more diligently and see. Then I could have managed it with that, but again, I was out of buying power anyways. I did take another trade though. What was that? Let's see. Yeah, so by the time I finally got in, I was waiting for the last one to break, which was this gold. Or the browns that I had at that point. So I got in right here. Right here, right at the beginning of this candle. Close below that gold. I'm looking for a move to low of day. That's pretty much it. Nice big fleshy candle. And I don't sell it until here. I sell it on this candle. I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait for this gold, just like it's been trending down here. I'm gonna wait for the gold to break. Breaks and I sell it. So 46 cents to 41. Another one I took a loss on. This one thing went up to 60 cents. Oh, so dumb. There's a third trade today. I went from, it was green to red. Yeah, I gotta just be more quick. Gotta be able to scalp when that's all that I'm able to see or getting into, or with my entries. You know, if I'm taking it at the edge of the wedge, like up here, then I don't necessarily have to scalp. But yeah, so it just so happens when I finally got in, it just started to kind of find safety for today. So it broke the gold, the selling gold, rejected it, and I think yeah. So on my TD account, which I haven't traded that one in years, my TD I got to put right here on that break, looking just to look for low a day. It does this, and I close it out here for a tiny loss on there. It was weird trading on there. It's been so long. Or sorry, it's this account. It's this one I'm charting on. So, yeah, lacked a continuation to the downside. Kind of just went up and found safety. Not really anything left to trade there. But yeah, not the best of days. It's crazy because it seems like I had so many bad red trades, and then green to red trades. I don't even know what trades. Like, did I have any green trades today? I had like one, but it's just because I'm tight on my risk management that I'm able to not like blow up an account with that many red trades, that kind of accuracy. So there's my trades, a lot of trades. Oh, and then the stupid mistakes like buying puts when I'm trying to get calls. That was awful. And then also, of course, just not taking profits and letting them go red. So I must have had some green trades. I mean, I know this one was green. It was small, but that little one was green. This one, okay, I did have another one in here. That's right. This one right here. This one was green. Yeah, just a couple green trades. My accuracy is probably like 25, 30% today. Let's look at the P&L for the D. So it is a red day. Not bad. 54 bucks, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. It feels like a whipsaw sometimes, the equity curve just doing this. I need to get back on a journaling program. Find a good one for options. It's hard to find. I think I've been doing better though. I need to check it. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Careful, probably be pretty grindy tomorrow. I imagine we're in a big wedge, but doesn't mean there won't be trades. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy money sticks around. Peace out.